Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope everyone is doing well. Today I am working on the 8th spread or the August prompt for Cat Hand's Mixed Media Morsels Motivation, which was in 2020, and I started and I never finished, but since this is my year of trying to finish some journals, I'm plugging ahead with it. So I am going to actually follow her, what she did, as close as I can this time. Usually I go and just do my own thing, and she doesn't care about that. The one thing she does want is that everyone use the same motivation, and this month's motivation is do what you can with what you have where you are, and that was Theodore Roosevelt who said that. So that's going to be our motivation for this page. But I realized right off the bat, before I go on, let me just tell you, I just covered these papers with, this is my check register. I covered these papers with bookends, you know, of old books. So they're kind of coffee stained, or looking like that, but they're not. They're just old. Kat used actual coffee stained paper on hers. Believe it or not, I didn't have any unruled coffee stained paper that was not lined. So yeah, so that kind of threw me a little bit. So all I'm doing, and like I said, I actually wrote down her what she did, how she did it and everything, because otherwise there's no way I will remember what it is she did, because I'm trying to copy hers, but I don't have the same script stamp she has. I don't have a lot of what she has, but I do have the same napkin she has, and I have a feeling that this might be a Dollar Tree napkin that a lot of us had. So we're going to go ahead and work with this little guy here, and gee, I should have been prepared and already separated it, and I did not. So let me go ahead and do this, and of course I can tell by looking at this, this is a 3-ply napkin, not a 2-ply napkin, so we're just going to have to plug on and get this done. Like I said, usually, you know, I follow what she does, like the medium she uses and that kind of stuff, but usually not the focal point, the same focal point, or, you know, I do it, you know, I make my own or something like that. Hold on one second, I have to just get some Scotch tape. I can't get that off. Sorry about that. I think I got everything else figured out, but that was one thing I didn't figure, was to take the back off the napkin. But anyway, so most of the time, you know, I do follow along with the spirit of what she does, but not necessarily exactly like she does. And so this time, I'm going to try to get as close as I can, but like I said, I don't have the same thing she does. We're going to be using washi tape. We use the stamp, and my script stamp is different from hers, so on and so forth. But since I had the napkin, I figured I'd go ahead and do the best I could to match hers. So I'm going to go ahead and take my water brush, if I can get it going here. Yep, here we go. And I'm just going to outline my little bird here. And we're going to use him. I don't know, can you see me here? I want to make sure you can see me. Let me move this out of the way here. If I had a little more space than a postage stamp to work, it would help, but that's really my own fault because I've got so much on my desk all the time, so that if I put stuff away, well, actually it's stuff I keep on my desk that, you know, I want on my desk because it's convenient to have it on my desk. Otherwise I'd be getting up even more than I do anyway, right? Let's see here. Bring it up here a little bit, and then down here a little bit, and then I think down to the bottom here. And then did I come down this way here? Or here? Here, I think. Okay. So I just need to go ahead and tear this out real quick. So while I'm doing this, I just want to tell you that I came back from a wedding in Philadelphia this weekend. and I have to say, it was the best wedding I have ever been to. It was so fun and it was beautiful. The wedding ceremony itself was just so beautiful and so heartwarming. And this wedding was my best friend's son who got married, but he's not just my best friend's son. He's like my second son, and he and my son were good friends in high school. So, okay, so this is what Kat did. She laid it over so that the bird and the flowers are going to go over the 2 pages like that. And I'm just going to use matte medium here to do this. Anyway, so my son went to school with this young man, and so it was super fun because there was a lot of people, a lot of the kids they went to high school from that they kind of still hang around with were there, but I haven't necessarily seen a lot of them since high school. So it was super fun to see all them. Great bunch of kids. Well, I say kids, okay, the groom is 26 and so is my son, but they'll always be kids, right? Because they're our kids. But anyway, so that was just fun. And then some of the kids' parents came too, who I hadn't seen for a long time. And my son went to private school, and so we did a lot together with the parents. We always were involved in everything. And my son was a soccer player. He played soccer from the time he was 5 till the time he graduated high school. But anyway, so there's all of that. And oh my gosh, it was at a beautiful venue. The weather was gorgeous. They just everything. The food was delicious, and this venue is a wedding venue. They were simultaneously running another wedding. They have 2 different outside areas to get married, and then they have 2 different like ballrooms to have your reception in. And the weather was nice enough that they did get married outside, and I believe so did the other couple. I know they did actually, because I saw them decorating their little gazebo thing up front. But anyway, this place also hosts parties. They have a restaurant that you can go to as a hotel guest, or off the street if you just want to go eat at their restaurant. You could go eat at their restaurant. And they had full breakfast, a full buffet breakfast with your room, all this kind of stuff. Parties going on during the day, weddings at night. My friend's wedding was on Saturday, but there were 2. We got there Friday. There were 2 weddings already Friday night. Okay, so let me go ahead and so the next thing Kat did was she took some more of this little paper here, and the tissue napkin, and she added a few accents to her page with that. So that's what I'm going to do too. I don't remember actually the shape of what she did. I kind of remember where she put them, but if it's not super exact, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But anyway, so this place, okay, Helen, that's way too big. This place, the food was phenomenal. You would think that a place that cranked out that much food for that many people, because, these weddings were big. Now, the one I went to had at least 200, I think 215 or so people. And I don't know about the other one, how much the other one had, but you'd think a place that had to crank out that much food all day long, every day, the food would be like marginal, because they're just kind of getting it done. It was fabulous. Oh my gosh, everything. The couple had a cocktail hour between the wedding and the actual sit-down dinner because of, the pictures. You got to take the pictures and blah, blah, blah. So they had at the reception, at the cocktail hour, they had big pans of this most delicious macaroni and cheese, and you think, well, that's not a great appetizer. But then they had all kinds of toppings to put on it, like, well, if you eat it, bacon and all kinds of things chopped up to eat with it. They had, of course, everybody has the cheese platter with the fruit and so on and so forth, and they had hummus and salsa and all of that. But the waiters and waitresses were walking around with platters of stuff they just kept bringing and bringing out of the kitchen area. And the table we were sitting at during the cocktail hour happened to be right near the door where they were coming through. So they started with us every time, like, would you like one of these? Oh my goodness, they had mushrooms with like roasted mushroom caps with pureed sweet potato. Oh, they were so yummy and just really wonderful things. Well, the lady I was sitting with, she was one of the parents I hadn't seen forever, and we were just having such a good old time. But we ate so much appetizers. When our dinner came during the reception, both of us could just eat like 2 bites, and it was like, okay, I'm full. For real. But, oh, it was fabulous. It was such the dancing, everything was just wonderful. So now, needless to say, I'm exhausted. Too much fun to be had over the weekend. Okay, so I'm just looking at my list here. So I put the napkin on, I put the script on, I put the little pieces on. Okay, so the next thing she did, she used some washi tape. And she obviously has different washi tape than I do. She used some blue to pick up the blue in the picture, and she used some brown, some brownish washi tape. Well, I don't have either of those, so I'm just going to use this one here, and I do need to just pick this a little bit closer to me so I can see without getting my head in the way. I'm just using this music washi tape, which is kind of, it's black, but it's kind of got, or it's pale black or something like that. And excuse if you hear dishes in the background. Mr. Moss Cottage is making dinner right now, and Holly just barged in and opened the door. It was closed, so it was quiet, and now she's just barged herself in, and now we can hear the kitchen noise. So excuse that, and I'm sorry about that, Holly. You know, really, girlfriend. Anyway, so I know the night of the wedding, because after the reception, they also had an after-wedding party. I didn't go to sleep till 2. No, I didn't go to bed till 2 after the wedding. But I didn't sleep well because, well, first of all, my son was still out. He stayed out till about 3 with his friends. And then after he got back in, to the room, and I'm just putting another little washi tape here also. This one has just some little black. I figured I could use these ones because they do have colors similar to what is in the picture itself. So I figured this would be okay to use these. So there was some bad behavior from, we believe it's some of the guys from the other wedding party. Who stayed in the hotel, and they were up at 4 o'clock in the morning still like talking and laughing and slamming doors and everything, and we were like, oh my gosh. Of course my son and my husband could sleep through it, but I could not. Okay, so I've got a little bit of washi. I'm just going to leave it like that. So I've got a little bit of washi around here also, and then what she did was she had some pretty gold stickers. They were like clear acetate stickers with gold flowers. Well, I don't have that. I checked all my stickers and I don't have that. So what I thought I would do, this is just a little gel pen from Dollar Tree, and it's gold and it's really pretty. So I thought maybe what I would do is just do some really quick doodling. I can just maybe doodle a silly little flower. Her stickers were flowers or whatever. So I'm just going to do a little bit of doodling on here, and I'm trying not to wreck my pen because the media is still wet, and you know how that goes, right? So I'm just making some really sloppy, but I want the gold you know, the gold to kind of show. And these pens, I told you before, these ones from the Dollar Tree, the 2-pack, the gold and silver, they're fantastic. And I think maybe what I'll also do is a tiny little bit of semic writing, which is just the sorry. It looks like writing, and it is writing, but you're really scribbling it. So, I can't do this and talk at the same time. Okay. Just some little doodling, scribbly writing, which she did not do. I'm just adding that. Okay, then we have, let's see here. Okay, she had a stamp with some ink blots, and I don't think I have anything like that, so I'm not going to be using that. My phrase has to go on here, so let me go ahead. What I did was she had hers in brown. I don't know how she did hers, but I just printed mine. It's black font on white printer paper, and then I just stained the whole thing with vintage photo, the white part by the lettering. I just stained it with vintage photo so that it's not white, you know, stark white on my page, because I don't want that. And I was very happy when I looked at this video today to see what we were doing, that she's in the same place in her book as I am, because we both came to the end of one book and started another book. So we had to skip the middle because, well, I'll show you when I'll have to work on that at some time, because I don't want there to be empty pages. But where the 2 books are sewn in, there's a gap in the book, and we didn't want to use that page. Okay, I think this one I need to just trim it down this way a tiny bit. Okay. Okay, so here's another thing. So you got to put this in the comments and let me know. It's been a while since I, let's see, do what you can with what you have. Do what you can with what you have where you are. There, it goes in that order. Okay, so let me know if you knew this, because I didn't know this. Both the bride's, the groom's mother, who is my best friend, and the lady I was sitting with, who was one of the parents from high school. Oh, and I think my best friend's sister, all brought an extra pair of shoes in their purses to put on for dancing instead of the dress shoes. Why is this not sticking? I'm putting stuff on here. Let's do it this way. And I just wore like little kitten heels. I mean, they're not, they weren't high heels, but they did have a little heel on them. I didn't bring a pair of shoes for dancing. And I danced, and oh my gosh, by 2 o'clock, I could not get those shoes off my feet fast enough. As a matter of fact, when we went to the after wedding party, I had my shoes off onto the table. I was just, I was done with those. Okay, with what you have. Okay. And then this one, do what you can. This is a good saying. This saying is good because anyone who does like junk journaling and stuff, that's what we do, right? I'm just going to go over it with another coat of this just to make sure it doesn't lift up. Okay, like that. I think I've gone over time. No, I haven't gone over time. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, because this is kind of wet, I'm just going to tell you how to finish it up. But I am going to put the link to Kat's video where she did hers. I'm going to put a link to that below, as well as a link to her channel in case you're not familiar with Cat Hand. You do want to subscribe to her channel. She's really, really very creative. But what she did was she outlined the page with brown marker, which I'm going to do, and then she took a black pen and she highlighted around her words here. And I think that is all that she did. So hers should look somewhat like this. Like I said, it's not going to be a exact duplicate, but I thought this time for once I would actually try to make mine look as much as it is like hers did. So I hope you enjoyed this video and this motivational message. And just to know where I was this weekend, since I did put a video up Saturday, but it was pre-recorded. So I'm going to be relaxing now and trying to get some sleep. But anyway, guys, give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I ask that you do. And until the next video, I hope you're all truly blessed. Bye-bye.